Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Company of Heroes 2. We're on a auspicious map, I suppose you could say, today. It's Australian themed. We are on Bazza Forest. As Australian casters, we're pretty happy about that. And it is currently, I'm testing out Suns Out Guns Out weather machine. So
yeah,
it's not really truly Suns Out Guns Out weather until I wear my General's Gentleman tank top. At the moment, I'm just wearing a singlet.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Just seeing how it goes. But yeah, I think we're just about at Suns Out Guns Out weather in Australia. It is hot here.
I feel like I should probably give some context for that little inside joke that Blake pulled with his crass humor. Of course, when we streamed the GG mod tournament, we were talking about the name of this map. It's Bryansk Forest. And we were like, man, all these maps, they have really hard names for us Australians to pronounce. If only some of the maps were named after Australian things, like if Bryansk Forest was named Bazza Forest. So it was a bit easier to roll off our southern hemisphere tongues.
Well, it's considerably better than us butchering names, machine. It adds a bit of flavour to it. So that's what we are doing today. Apathy Prime will be coming in as our British, as our UKF.
And Von Ivan is the OKW, so haven't seen Von Ivan in action for a while. We casted him pretty much every week for like 3 months. And recently we haven't quite seen him. I believe he played in the Warpaint Championship. He got knocked out by a bit of an underdog. I'm trying to think who it was. Can't remember though. But it was a bit of an upset. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, whoa, he got knocked out."
Yeah, I was a bit surprised. I do remember, but I can't think who it was. I don't think it was Nah, I can't remember. So, too long ago. I was busy keeping an eye on Twitch chat rather than checking who was getting in or getting out.
So,
no big engagement so far.
I feel like this is going to be a really good map for the mortar pit. You have these very defensible locations with the choke points, and you have the hedgerows blocking off flanking routes. That being said, though, British in general are going to be struggling on a map that's this close quarters combat. Especially at the south, you have a lot of the ambush locations where Tommies just get ran down by Stern Pioneers especially, but even just things like Volks Grenadiers. So Apathy Prime needs to focus on the north and the middle because there's a lot more open terrain here. That's where Tommies will fight much better.
Probably why we see Von Ivan really committing to the south, capping out what he can cap. Looking for individual squads. Found a squad of infantry section, bought them off once. We do have a UC on the field now.
You can't Faust yet.
No.
Not until you get the battle group. Von Ivan has a lot of manpower. What is he doing with this? I don't understand. Does he want to rush out an ISG, or is he saving up until he can call in Jaegers or something?
I'm guessing it's double Jaegers, or... This is weird. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, machine. Yeah, no, I don't know. Now he's just taking... I mean, it's not a great engagement because you're fighting right outside Apathy Prime's base. His base is there. It's like, what, you're not really going to achieve anything. You're just forcing the infantry section off for a second. It reinforces and comes back. You're the one dropping models.
Actually, the world's closest retreat path. Because it was here. It was the edge of his base sector.
Yeah.
And other than that, he's versing an upgraded universal carrier, and they're pretty powerful too. So that means that Von Ivan's going to need to get a Raketten. Yeah, we get double Volks. There we go. And a truck.
Oh, God!
But look how queued up this is. It's going to take him a long time to actually get that battle group.
Right, okay. He's just having a bad day.
Yeah, we're looking into it too much. He's just making mistakes. That's fine. These things happen.
We just assume when it's Von Ivan, it's a big strat that we haven't heard of. You don't want to call that he's having a bad day. You want to say, oh no, he's coming up with a strategy we haven't heard of because we're scrubs. But unfortunately not. He just forgot to build Volsks.
And it's the worst thing as well with the caster's curse is when you criticize someone and it actually ends up being really smart. Yeah. So it's kind of to like save our own backs is just in case something crazy happens, then we're all Gucci. Apathy Prime still on his tier 1, so triple infantry section and the universal carrier. It's a pretty heavy tier 1. Generally you see the British players want to tech up pretty fast.
The Volks are now out on the field, as is that truck, and we really haven't seen Apathy Prime lose a lot. He ends up forfeiting his cutoff, and this is kind of weird. I feel this is weird from Apathy. He's not going to look to hold this engagement with the infantry section. He's instead looking to kind of cap up behind this and then hold the territory. Probably going to force a Vol squad off here first, though. What I expected him to do is just run all of his squads towards this infantry section and then try and hold that ground, but he's just committing to the capping at the moment.
He's going up north, and Vickers will do some really good damage here. He will have Faust once this completes, but this timing's pretty late, so Apathy Prime, it's safe to assume that he's kiting away for the Fausts. Yeah, it's really hard to actually engage around that corner, so he's being very safe with it, which I can definitely respect. And yeah, Royal Engineers on the field going for his AEC requisition, his Apathy Prime. Building it now.
Playing a really nice game so far. The UC is working out. Really nice early munitions investment here. Machine was about to hold double fuel until the decaps came through from Von Ivan. While Von Ivan is getting the decaps, what he's not doing is connecting any territory, so he doesn't have a lot of income for the moment.
Yeah, this is kind of weird. Especially because he'll just get forced off and he'll get captured back again. And denying your opponent's income doesn't really work so much if they have the other half of the map. So yeah, this is a really weird game for Von Ivan. I don't know, what more can we say?
Yeah.
Heavy armored car ready.
I'm amazed. What are you amazed about, Von Ivan? You capped the map so simply.
Okay.
You had to...
So
Yeah.
the thing is with infantry
Yeah.
sections, they actually capture faster than other
They do,
squads.
yeah.
I can't remember what the exact number is. I think it's 1.25.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. So,
Or
yeah.
maybe it's even 1.5, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But they cap faster. And normally British, they go 2 infantry sections of Vickers and they tech up. But because Apathy Prime went triple infantry section, it's actually a lot of cap pressure. Especially when you go the Royal Engineers kind of afterwards as well. So yeah, you do have to be careful of that, is that they do capture very quickly.
Definitely something you have to factor in, Machine. I certainly agree there. So, and the AEC has arrived for even more contribution to these engagements.
It's kind of weird as well, because I'm pretty sure that the infantry section is the only squad in the game that caps faster. Even Obersoldaten, Commandos...
Caps faster, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
The caps faster, I don't know
Yeah.
what I said, but yeah,
Yeah,
like...
I think, yeah. I was going to say that I think there are some modifications that make some squads cap slower, but...
Austrian used
like
to.
Austrian used to a while ago, and but yeah, capping faster is I believe just the infantry sections at the moment. So
Yeah. Anyway, so Von Ivan still not really capping. Oh, he's capping the south now because he has the 3 points to cap with. Has that MG34, which will be nice, but once the Vickers shows up on that universal carrier, can force him off very fast. The MG won't have the damage to really force away the universal carrier unless he's behind heavy cover or is able to pop the incendiary ammo, but he's 10% of his way towards Vet 1, so that incendiary ammo is not much of a threat at the moment for Apathy Prime.
I don't know, it looks like me playing Company of Heroes, Machine. It's like I try and cap south and that doesn't work, so I try and cap north and that doesn't work, so I try and cap south again and just kind of roll the dice and see what happens. But Apathy Prime is all over Von Ivan. However, this could be a nice comeback if the track goes off, which it does not. Straponies have been upgraded. AC's going to back away here, but I mean, honestly, can kind of take this heads up.
Oh, he may lose the Vickers, the universal carrier. Oh, wow.
No.
That was a big misplay there. Probably because he just panicked, told the universal carrier to move over there, and then was microing down south with his engineers flanking the MG, and then went back up north and was like, oh crap, he blew up. So, yeah, sometimes it can be worth just shift-clicking things, even if it's just through the minimap. You kind of like, universal carrier, go over here, and then you just like shift-click the minimap, just to make sure you get away. So, unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Still has the AEC, putting a sniper as well. Sniper is going to be nice, just so long as he doesn't go south. The sniper in south is going to get flanked too easily.
So they will allow him to hold his current territory, though, which is all in the north. Fuel point munitions connected in a really nice position. You know, the sniper out in the field. Not really much to say. A little bit unfortunate that we saw the universal go down, but it's not the end of the world. Infiltration aids are now available. Solid dodge, though, from Apathy Prime. Avoids the damage. It might even find a ball swipe here.
Yeah, good at range are the Tommies. Yeah, nice, gets it.
Certainly well deserved.
It's the best kind of dodge is when it's only a very small dodge. So then you're able to keep firing without much of a delay. Whereas when you dodge for so long that you lose out on a lot of damage, even though you've dodged it, you still lose the fight because it's 5 seconds or however long it is of losing your damage while the Volks are firing at you. At least with infiltration nades though, it generally disrupts them from firing as well. It's because they're all throwing grenades, so you can even it out. But anyway, we're gonna have the Special Operations Commander locked in here for Von Ivan. So, of course, your infiltration nades have already been revealed. It's going to be good if he goes for the SCG Obers on this close quarters map. The Panther's very nice as a way to supplement tech without having that Command Panther, or rather the Panzer headquarters.
Sniper, another reason it's going to be nice is that it's just creating pressure. I mean, look at this. He's pulled. We've seen Von Ivan pull 2 Vol squads that aren't capping anything because he has to try and deal with the sniper and try and force it off. Sniper's already found 3 kills while backing away. He's going to find another model here.
Von Ivan getting the entire map back. Mass retreat there from Apathy Prime, and now he's going to lose his defender's advantage. Raketten's going to be cloaked, but pretty bad arc from that Raketten. Mainly covering the hedgerow there. He's going to have to retreat this one. So very lucky with the AEC. But that was a bad arc. If he had that facing downwards, he would have been okay. Would have got a shot off, maybe even 2 shots off.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
This grouping working out well for the moment for Von Ivan in terms of him trying to recapture some territory.
Supply line's been cut.
A very heavy Volks build. He's built 5 Volks in total, because he lost 1.
Yeah. Which is a pretty crazy investment. You generally only see 3 Volks nowadays. He's not really in a position to even upgrade them with the SCGs for the moment. When you forget what weapons are called. Just Archonhawk things.
Well, the thing is with STGs is you have half the chance of forgetting their name because you can call them either MP44s or STG44s.
I'll keep that in mind for next time, Machine.
Like, I believe my first introduction to them was MP44s back in Call of Duty 1, the 2003 Call of Duty 1. It was MP44s. I can't remember Battlefield 1942, which I also played very young. That actually may have been STG44s. So, yeah, that was my existential crisis as a teenager growing up is, what do I call them, MPs or STG44s? And we have the Infiltration Commandos. So Commando's going to be fantastic on this map. And regular Commandos are, of course, better. But then he has access to the land mattress, which is really important. And he actually spawned out of, I think it was maybe this building here. I don't even know where they came from, but either way.
Very sneaky Commandos.
Yeah, this bunker is so weird.
Yeah, it is.
What is it going to do?
Yeah,
it's a little bunker, but it's in a pretty weird arc anyway.
It's more of one of those kind of like hunters hatch lodge things where they just sit and shoot animals from. So,
yeah, and the thing is because of how small it is. Okay, infiltration head's coming through. A lot of damage and a mine blow up as well here. Will that be a dead squad of Tommies? They ran through an AEC smoke, so that may save them.
It's a bit hard to dodge 10 grenades and a mine blowing up machine. A little bit limiting, but yeah, it will be the Tommy surviving this one.
I think the smoke actually obscured the grenades, so that's why the grenades were so powerful. I was going to say, because of how small that garrison is, if a grenade hits it, it will kill everything. Because there's no room there for the squad members to spread themselves out. So any AoE is going to wreck them. But I kind of like how it's a weak garrison, because you don't want to have a really good garrison locking over a VP and all these important points with the fuel behind it. So I'm glad it's a bad garrison, because if it was a good garrison, it would be really campy. Yeah. More so than it is now, at least. A lot of munitions here for Apathy Prime.
He is banking them up.
Generally what you see though, you see British players rush out the Cromwell, and then once they have the Cromwell, then they go weapon racks. Yeah, that's definitely what we do, because the Cromwell is such a pivotal unit to this matchup, and it's just really strong that it can control the game. AEC though, hasn't really had an impact, has he?
No, it takes a couple of shots and just backs away. I'm not sure that it was 100% necessary,
Ooh.
given how far ahead Apathy Prime was. That's a nice wipe.
The light game-breaking bomb gets a wipe there on the MG. Gonna steal that one away with the Tommies.
A capture point is being
That's a very nice pickup, especially as the Cromwell just spawned.
Yeah.
So now there's no anti-tank at all apart from this Shrek. Oh, actually, I say that there's another Raketten.
Yeah, there is
but
another Raketten, yeah, but the Cromwell's going to hunt that one down, so...
This is a really bad spot for the Raketten, though. I think he was capturing with it, but really, the Raketten should be a lot more defensive. You should have squads in front sighting for it to force things away, have that Faust pressure. And that's the second time now that Von Ivan has captured the most forward point with a Raketten and then had to retreat it.
So, Von's showing... he's indicating Command Panther machine. It looks like he's heading that way. 215 fuel float, 600 manpower float. He's on 7 command points at the moment, so really one more round of engagements and he should be just about there. It seems as though he doesn't want another truck out and just wants to go straight for that Command Panther, which isn't a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's really strong. It's just gonna take a while. He needs 2.5 more command points, and that can take a while depending on how many actions there are, how many battles are going on, how many things are dying.
Enemy threatening a capture
Especially
point.
if you aren't building structures, you get a bit of CPs from that as well. Yeah, this is not going to end well for the squad. Maybe he'll decap this, but...
Should not be sticking around here.
Yeah, he runs the risk of getting wiped, almost losing the Shreks especially. Oh, man.
Yeah, not a very smart engagement. There certainly will be a down point,
Capture point.
a low here, a lull for Von Ivan, even if he does go for the Command Panther. And the reason behind that is the Command Panther, yes, it can deal with the Cromwell, but then where's his anti-infantry at? Admittedly, there are full volts on the field with the STGs, but once the Brens get equipped for Apathy Prime, and he certainly has the munitions to go for them on the infantry sections, we really need to see another truck come down from Von Ivan and another tank option before they can this kind of long-range damage coming in from the UCAV can be dealt with. So, provided that Apathy Prime doesn't actually lose the Cromwell straight out to the Panther, he's going to be in a very good position and should be quite able to hold 2 VPs.
Yep. So Von Ivan, he's still struggling for munitions. He doesn't have SCGs on all his squads, and that's really important. It makes a big difference, especially versus the Tommies that aren't very good up close. So getting munitions would be very important, especially given that he already has the fuel for his command. Panther is just waiting for the command points. That should be his priority. He actually has a lot of the map though anyway, so he does have pretty good income. I think he's just throwing a lot of nades. That's probably why he doesn't have his SCGs. The infiltration grenades are pretty cheap, but he's also throwing the incendiary grenades as well. Other than that, Apathy Prime actually went for the increased squad sizes rather than going for the Brens, but I'm sure he'll go for both.
Yeah, increased squad sizes, they're a weird choice.
It will give him better repairing as well.
That's true.
On his engineers. It's always worth getting at some stage if you have that many squads especially, but yeah, the Brens will probably have a bit more of an impact. This Cromwell has just done so much. It's forced away squads, a bit of manpower bleed. Still, the territory isn't particularly impressive at the moment here for Apathy Prime, especially as the Command Panther's about to show up.
Really nice zoning in Cindy there. And the Raketten's going to prevent the Cromwell from going up to the MG34 straight up. However, there are NGs on the flanks. So.
Yeah, that being said, we actually have a MG34, a stolen MG34, and a stolen Raketten. Wait, did he lose the MG? What happened? Did he? Apathy Prime, yeah, he stole the MG, or at least he wiped an MG, didn't take it. So only a stolen Raketten, an MG covering the other MG, so the engineers probably won't wipe this one sniper, I think. No, actually hit the Raketten rather than hitting the MG. But still forcing away squads.
I mean, potentially, yeah, thinking that the MG had already gone down, but obviously hasn't here. Well, with the Command Panther out on the field here, Apathy Prime has a Cromwell on about half health, so it's going to be really crucial to get some repairs down on that one.
Yeah, I like how the Raketten is covering this Cromwell. We do have the Brens now. I also expect to see some Piats come on these Royal Engineers. Command Panther didn't have the Pintle, so he couldn't dive after the sniper if he wanted to. And yeah, here we have the Raketten, but there's going to be sort of Volks there as well, so he just retreats that one. The AEC can definitely contribute if it gets a nice flank off. Even the Tread Breaker is interesting. It's very powerful if it connects, because I think it's like a 15-second immobilize, but it's really janky, and it rarely actually works. Because I believe you have to penetrate both shots for it to actually work.
Yeah.
It's not like a one-shot thing. Both of them have to hit
It is
and pen, and then it connects. So it's a weird ability that you don't see very often, but when it actually does work, it can change a game. Because you're immobilized for 15 seconds. Immobilized.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You tend to be going down in that situation. You don't really survive for 15 seconds in front of AT.
Looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
Well, Ivan with an excellent recovery here from an odd early game. He's looking good. The Brens are now out on the field for Apathy Prime, and he should be finding some really nice engagements.
Oh, there goes the sniper. Negative cover from the STGs of those Volts. Grenadiers. Gammon Bomb, however, gets a kill on the Volts. So we're going to have the Command Panther showing up. Now the Roquette actually retreated. And this will allow this Panther to be pretty aggressive here. There was a 6-pounder built on the side setting up.
6-pounder, yeah, it's set up. It's going to take at least one shot in this Panther machine. We could see Apathy Prime go for this one. He can go for it. The AC is going to be moving in machine.
Yeah, this could be going down here. The Cromwell and the AZ can chase this one down. There's going to be a squad of Volks there with the Faust available and the Shreks as well. So that'll scare him off. In turn, there goes the Cromwell. Pops the marked target there for that extra damage.
Tank's been lost.
A couple of shoe mines as well here getting revealed.
Going to end up being enough. Commander's running it as well. Thankfully, Von Ivan having the support, so ends up working out. Though another shot goes down onto the Panther. I don't think there's enough chase here, and the AC probably can't get enough damage down, even if it finds the rear armor and the Panther to take it out. Though Von Ivan plays safe and backs all the way away.
Oh, Raketten blew up the mine. Nice work there. I don't know if that was intentional or if it was just an auto attack. It was on prioritized vehicle, so it was definitely a manual attack there on Von Ivan. So nice one, especially with telemines. If they blow up, they can do a lot of damage. So fun fact, telemines and possibly maybe the M20 mines as well, they don't have the modifier that gives them a maximum damage dealt per squad members. Well, no, sorry. Maximum models damaged per squad. It's a funny descriptor. So what that means is that a mine would never damage more than 2 models. In that situation, you had the Royal Engineers who were on top of that shoe mine. It blew up, but only killed 2 models. And that's a good thing to have, because otherwise, previously, mines were wiping squads too easily. But Teller doesn't have that. And so if the Teller blows up, you can actually wipe a squad of infantry. Fun fact. So yeah, if a squad is clearing a telemine, destroy that mine and you make it a squad wipe.
I like it. The machine presents fun with mines.
I have
like
more
it,
fun
so,
facts.
Yeah.
Did you know this 6-pounder AT gun has a bonus plus 50% accuracy, which no other AT gun has?
I didn't.
Supposedly, it's to make up for the fact that British have no snares. So yeah, watch it. You will not see this thing miss. That's kind of why it's regarded as being the best AT gun in the game. Nice Gammon Bomb as well. Actually didn't do that much damage though, surprisingly.
Infiltration Commandos out of stealth, back into firing, but yeah, don't end up finding a Volk wipe this time, as they had with the last couple of Gammon Bombs. Apathy Prime can go for a land match. He's been able to for a while.
Oh, these
we haven't
commandos
seen
can go
it.
down. These commandos are very important. Yeah, they get lost. Normally the infiltration commandos are pretty lackluster, but this game they've done amazingly. It's because of this map layout. It's very easy to get those hidden Gammon Bombs. This Panther gonna go after this AEC, but there's 2 AT guns ready and waiting, but he can just go after them, but maybe he'll actually block off the pathing. Yeah, he can't path through it. AC will go down, however, but the Panther's taking a fair bit of punishment. He actually missed the shot for now, but the Shreks are there as well.
Panther is getting absolutely hammered by the 6-pounder and the Roquette machine, but there have been bounce upon bounce upon bounce. The AEC goes down here.
The Treadbreaker came through. It's immobilized.
It is a mobilized machine.
So will he take it out? The Stern Pioneer's there with pretty decent damage.
Ah, that is not penetrating.
Wow, this Panther's not taking much damage at all. There's a 6-pounder. He can actually recrew that one with the Tommies, and he survives. Wow, we've seen it, Blake. We've seen the Treadbreaker come through and the tank not go down in that one.
Yeah, jeez. If only the UKF had snares on their base infantry machine, then maybe
Yeah,
we would
the
have seen
dream.
the Panther go down as it passed its way through every single squad Apathy Prime has and still manages to survive that one.
I am kind of surprised that he didn't actually go any Piats. I thought he was going to do that on his Royal Engineers.
That was more bounces than I would have expected, I'll be honest. Miss, bounce, 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 bounce. Panther really taking no damage for a period there, despite the AEC's immobilized.
Did the
coming
6-pounder
through.
miss, or was it the Raketten? I wasn't really watching.
I believe the Raketten missed once, and then we saw a lot of bouncing
Right.
just across the board. So yeah, I don't think it was your favorite 6-pounder.
Right.
Never miss.
Yeah.
That end up hitting the ground. I believe it was the Raketten, but yeah,
Is
we
being overrun.
Panther should not have survived that.
Yeah, lucky break there, but that's gonna mean Apathy Prime kind of struggling here. He's going for his hammer, so looking for the comet.
Take one of our
I think that's pretty smart, given that the Cromwell is gonna struggle versus this Command Panther, especially as Von Ivan now is actually taking up. He's got his battle group. That's all he has. No, never mind. Ooh, okay, Panzer headquarters and a mech truck as well. So looking for his King Tiger, I suppose. Very, very nice choice.
Yeah, I mean, what else does he need? What's nothing wrong with that machine. Panther headquarters covering a lot of ground there. I mean, we could potentially see Apathy Prime try and siege that one. He does have his 2 AT guns. Could be enough to take it out once he gets a tank. Sees that come out in the field.
Yeah, as for Apathy Prime, he has a few options here. He could go land Mattress, he could go for another sort of commandos, might be a pretty good idea. Especially with 2 MGs, it's really easy to get those wipes if you just throw a grenade on the side and just pick it off in a way that the Tommies just can't do.
Yeah.
We do have some PS now on the engineers, which I'm quite a fan of, especially if this King Tiger ends up showing up. Yeah, commandos, here we go. Yeah, they spawn from that bunker.
Nice, good stuff. Using off the Raketten and the Volts here quite nicely. Could actually see the Raketten go down machine.
Yeah, the Brens can probably take this one out.
They are focusing the right target. There we go. Yeah, Raketten's going to be dropped. Will we see Apathy Prime take that one? It seems as though we will.
Okay, fun fact. The reason why Brens, I was mentioning before we were recording, the reason why Brens are one of the worst LMGs is because of how much they're affected by the cover debuff. Oh, Piet's coming through with the... Was that it? 6-pounder, I think maybe fired there as well. Yeah, this is a good spot for the Piets to be in. Yeah, actually, what? He fires through the hedge there. And again, the commandos... It's a pretty low squad, that being said.
Probably not going to win this engagement against 3 squads, but it does get the sneaky gammon bomb off in time. It'll be enough to force away these Shrimp Pioneers. They're almost at the cost of their own lives.
Yeah, so the Brens, their reload time, when they're out of cover, I believe is 11 seconds. For the Bren to reload, 11 seconds.
What?
Whereas other MGs are between 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But then when they're in cover, then it's like 5 to 6. So even in cover, their reload is still like kind of bad. I believe the reason why is because originally the Tommies, they didn't have like a out of cover nerf. They had a in cover buff. So like it kind of, I don't remember the exact story. Mr. Smith was telling me this, but yeah, Bren's like the way that they're designed is kind of to go with an old system of the cover penalty.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brens are bad. Of course, having 2 of them is really good, and their damage is good, and they can burst things down very fast. But if you're out in the open and you're reloading, it takes a long time.
The enemy cut our supply line.
There have
So there you
been a
go.
lot of hard to dodge nades this game. Nades thrown behind trees, nades thrown on models that are right inside your models. A lot of cool tricks you can actually use to cover your nade throws.
This could definitely be a wipe here, especially with the MG. Pops the incendiary, I think, or is that it timing off?
Damned enemies trying
timing
to take
off.
a point from us.
Yeah, okay, it's timed off. Even then, probably wouldn't have mattered so much. The MG34's damage is bad. Another fun fact, since we have a bit of downtime, the Brens that the Royal Engineers pick up are better than the Brens that the Tommies pick up. That being said, the Tommies have better vet scaling, apart from the reinforcement cost. But yeah, there's different Brens depending on what squad picks it up. Commandos also have a better Bren which can fire on the move as well. So giving Bren's commandos is actually not a bad idea. Counterintuitively, because you think it's the same Bren as the other squads, but it's actually not. So yeah, kind of the reason why Sapper Blobs are so OP in 3v3s, or 4v4s even, is just because the vet free bonus makes them really cheap. The Piats do so much damage versus heavies, and the Brens are actually very powerful on them.
Bit of a zero fuel, zero manpower. We're going to see coming out here from Apathy Prime, going for that one. So he will be running into a very well fortified Von Ivan with the mass retreat coming in from Apathy Prime, just pulling all his units back and healing them. He's now going to have to engage against
Losing a capture
a
point.
long-range Panther and Voss behind some nice cover, as well as two MG34s.
Comment tank.
Okay, Comet's on the field. Just in time for me to run out of knowledge bombs. So yeah, big push out here from Apathy Prime, but he's cornered in his base. And this Command Panther, man, it's all over the place.
200 points remaining. Enemy threatening a capture point.
There's the potential to move into the Comet's rear armor for the moment if it'd like to take a couple of shots there. Looks like it's just going to back away. Has taken a bit of damage. Still the Raketten and the 6-pounder on the field here.
Enemy causing trouble. Trying
And
to take
Apathy
one
Prime
of
ends
our
up finding a good engagement. Potentially too many Von Ivan squads still capping that central VP and up the north as well.
points. Line's been cut.
Towards our VPs, Von Ivan on 302. 184 now for Apathy Prime.
Walking Stuka for Von Ivan. I guess because there's 2 AT guns and a bit of blobbing coming out of Apathy Prime. Just surprising it wasn't a King Tiger, but yeah, that could work. We'll see. Could not. Especially when your opponent is playing so defensively and they're pushing out of their base with a pretty big army. That's where the arty really comes into play. Apathy Prime running low on VPs. Only 160 remain.
And Von Ivan soon to be in a position where he can go for a King Tiger.
Yeah, especially when you have the arty flares. Gives you map hacks for the Stuka. So it's a really good synergy with this commander in particular. I think I have one more. So
Okay.
I have to double check this. I don't know the exact numbers, but apparently the Royal Engineer flamethrower is actually better than like the Pioneer or the Combat Engineer flamethrower.
Well, there you go. Is it better than the Rifleman flamethrower?
Is that a joke? Because
Yeah.
the Riflemen don't get them anymore?
It was, yeah,
okay.
yeah. It was a joke, yep.
Okay.
No, I was being serious. I'm
Yeah,
I'm a
but,
Company of Heroes 2
like,
caster
I
who still thought the Rifleman got
Yeah, I know.
flamethrowers.
No, like
Yeah,
I was
Right.
pretty sure it was a joke. I just didn't know how to respond to
You just
that.
wanted to
I was like,
double check,
like
yeah.
what do I say? But either way, here the Vet 5. Whoa! Shot from the Comet does a lot of damage here. These Vet 5 Volks are going to be very effective against these Tommies on this map especially. But Vet 2 on the Command Panther, that gives it that gives it the buff that affects infantry as well. There's actually going to be 2 Rakettens here and 2 AT guns for Apathy Prime. No, it was a
Feeling
Shrek and a
the Stuka.
Raketten.
I'm feeling the Stuka machine. I sense it coming. Go on, buddy. It's a nice line to fire at, though. No, a nice engagement actually from Von Ivan. He can win it without the Stuka and therefore does. The unknown Stuka barrage is the deadliest, and it's the first one that comes onto the field. So see Von Ivan hold on to that for another engagement. Should be the commandos going down,
not
though.
again. Not again.
Vet 2 again and down again machine. That's the second squad wipe that we've seen.
Yeah, I just feel like those commandos are so important on this map. Because the Bren Tommies just aren't good in these close quarters combat. And then the commandos make up for that so much by having those gammon bombs. Either way, Von Ivan, yeah, has the feel for his King Tiger, just not the manpower.
Mattress crew trained and ready
I'm
to
not
go.
sure that Von Ivan actually, the Apathy Prime actually knows that the Panzer headquarters is there as well.
Yeah,
He
probably
hasn't
not.
been to the north. He hasn't been up there to check and just say, oh wait, there's a Panzer headquarters here. And so that's going to be a problem for him if he decides to run north and commit some infantry up there, that at some point he's going to run into a Panzer headquarters.
Or the worst thing is when you're having a really close tank battle, and then you back away your tank into a Panzer headquarters, and it just gets the rear armor and just
Yeah.
kills you. Like, come on.
And is that in repair range from the mechanized?
Yep.
Wow, cool. Nice. So that's actually quite good positioning for the mechanized, having it on the edge of those trees and having the mechanics run around the edge and repair them and then run back again. And the mechanized is still in a position where it can't be easily sieged. That's actually very nice positioning.
Yeah. Even a battle group would just work well. Like, you'd probably be able to reinforce.
Yeah.
You'd reinforce through
Over
the
that,
wall
through
and
the wall,
probably
yeah.
not at the VP, but like around here.
So here we go.
Maybe.
Mattress artillery on the way.
It wasn't bad. Wasn't amazing.
My Mattress is firing as well.
Army commandos ready to go.
Is it, Blake? It's
It
about
did
to.
say land mattress barrage was on the way. It looks like they're, Did you cancel it?
More commandos.
You did hear it, didn't you?
No, actually, it may have been when the cooldown refreshed.
Right,
That's
okay.
maybe what it
Yeah.
was. Because it say with the commandos as well. When that cooldown refreshes, it'll say commandos ready for
That's ready,
deployment.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. We'll see. But I don't know. There's just so much vetted infantry here. Vet 5, OKW infantry, pretty good. Double bar rifleman can stand up to them, but on a map like this, the problem is that they just can't. I don't think.
Anti-tank guns is gone.
Commando's getting forced
Going
off.
down here. Land mattress.
Oh, white phosphorus though is going to be nasty. If he retreats through that especially, it will actually
Big
kill
health
you.
damage.
The white phosphorus does kill things. It's not like any of the other white phosphorus that don't kill things. What's the Raketten die? I think that was actually the guns anyway, but yeah, it will kill things.
Certainly did their machine.
It also has more range than the auto attack, which is ridiculous. It has like 85 range, so it can outrange packs. It's such a broken ability.
Pretty ridiculous. And land mattress didn't fire during that entire engagement as well.
Oh yeah,
It was,
wow.
it was right there. And I mean, that was, at some point that bulb was outside of minimum range as well. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
It's like
Seemed like the ideal opportunity.
the Schrodinger's land mattress. Does it exist as they haven't fired yet?
Do I actually have a land mattress? Are any of us really casting this video game? We are. And the comet currently getting repaired.
Alright,
Well-
this is the world's deepest command panther. What is he looking for here?
Capture point.
He's gonna find this comet. This is really risky here. He actually marks target as well. Vet 2 on the comet.
come on!
The AT gun just can't keep up with how speedy this command panther is. He's doing so much damage with that marked target. The third reface here with the 6-pounder. He sets up now. Marked target has worn off. This comet's running for his dear life, and the command panther, does he engage? Does he back off? He has to commit to this. Does he have to make a decision? What does he do? There's Piats here as well, but not very good against the moving targets.
Last shot gonna miss here as well. The Piats are still trying to hit this Panther. The M1's actually gonna rotate. I think it's gonna get this last shot, and then
Oh,
we
it
get
bounced!
penetration!
Nice, and actually the command panther goes down, the comet survives that one, and the Piats hit both of them, one penned, one bounced, but it's because the panther was driving vertically onto them, so actually they will hit if it's incoming, but if the tank's going sideways, they're not very good. But yeah, nice response from Apathy Prime. That was deeper than it needed to be.
That seems
but
unnecessary.
It doesn't matter, he calls in another one, he still has plenty of fuel. But it means he can't go for his King Tiger at least.
At least not for now. And 75 EPs left for Apathy Prime as well. So I suppose that was another advantage. By throwing the Panther into that engagement, he kind of bought himself another 25, 30 VPs. But
Yeah, I think it's fine. It was low risk, high reward, just because losing that Command Panther isn't really a big deal. But if he killed that Vet 2 Comet, that would have definitely put Apathy out of this game.
Stuka Barrage ends up missing off to the side there. Apathy Prime walking a little bit too far forward. But I still don't see Apathy Prime managing to retake the middle of the map.
Alright, more commandos. They get a wipe on the Volks.
They're trying to take it.
Apathy Prime looking good. He's taking out the Panther, he's taking out another squad of these Volks as well. Panzer headquarters is still going to be a problem. I don't think we'll ever see Apathy Prime have the time to go north this game.
Yeah. Yeah, that Mattress fired, got 3 kills. Probably here, given all the craters.
Yeah, and the cooldown about to come off as well machine. Could be useful with these AT guns in the middle. Can force an engagement right in front of the Comet. He's clearly trying to bait out a nice land mattress barrage, but here comes the Command Panther.
Yeah, he's going in for it. Again, the 6-pounder is there. Marked target goes onto this Comet. There's also a Strek there, and the Volks can decrew the 6-pounder. And this is going to be buying time for the VPs. If Apathy Prime's playing on the defensive, he can't be going for these VPs. A couple of bounces are coming through from this Panther. He's going to go for it. There's the Raket in the base. There's probably some more Piats around somewhere. There we go.
Yeah.
Piats and his engineers.
Probably time to back away here, machine. We'll potentially another round of Piats. The Panther is now playing a little bit safer and on the side, so a little bit harder for those Piets to hit if the Panther is moving. It does back away fine, and as you said again, Machine just buys more VP time.
He has the repairs as well. Still has his MG covering the VP. He has the commandos or the Brens. Yeah, this is nice. So let's see how much damage they actually do. Well, he gets suppressed, so not a lot.
Not a lot.
We've got 50 points left.
Is that the land Mattress? Probably just to displace this MG, or... Oh no, it was a Stuka down the bottom, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was the wrong sound. My ears deceive me.
Suppresses the Tommies as well. This MG is absolutely wrecking face. It's Vet 4. Not very often you see an MG34 get that much veterancy. The damage is pretty low.
It's quite rare. Machine down to 38 BPs is Apathy Prime. Von Ivan on 283, sitting pretty. The commanders are getting dangerously close to that Vet 2 where they always go down.
Yeah. They get better accuracy then, so that would give their Brens even more damage. So yeah, I want to see that in action. We have there's 2 Brens there, but there's only 3 models, so should get focused down pretty fast. Yeah, it's going to be a bit harder now for Von Ivan because Brens are very good, well, Tommies in general are very good defensively, especially if we see trenches go down. There is a Stuka though, so that he can use that to dislodge them, especially if they build trenches and such. Hasn't really done that much so far, but it always has the chance to do so, especially as the game draws out. With 280 VPs left, Apathy Prime has a long way to claw this game back, and against the King Tiger, against the Stuka, the Command Panther, yeah, I'm not too optimistic. At least there is a much better squad advantage for Apathy Prime. With a couple of these squads being wiped, there's only 3 Volks left, only 2 of which being Vet 5.
While Apathy Prime's while Apathy Prime's map control hasn't been amazing, his unit preservation certainly has been.
We're losing a capture point.
He hasn't lost any squads with these huge Panther dives or anything. Has finally managed to scrap together enough fuel to secure a Comet for himself as well. So a second one of those will be out on the field and will round out his population cap quite nicely and put him in a position where he can take this game.
Actually, one thing about this mech is Piats over the wall will take it down very fast. But it doesn't really matter so much if he loses that. Just the repairs are nice to have. Okay, the Stuka's firing. Ooh, Rokedden goes down, almost gets the commandos as well.
Yeah, they're going to have to retreat, and all of a sudden a well-laid plan is not so well laid for Apathy Prime. We see Von Ivan in a good position, taking this bottom VP. Doesn't have to hold it for long.
This isn't a shot blocker.
This isn't a shot blocker at all, Machine.
And this is, I think it's auto attacks as well.
Yeah,
He's not even attack
this is
grounding
nonsense.
this. Oh my god.
What is going on? Right,
Well, the Comet
did that
got
block?
blocked.
Yeah.
But we also saw the 6-pounder earlier fire through it.
Yeah. So that was right on the edge, and that's kind of understandable.
And Mattress coming through. This is going to force away the Rokedden and the MG. Maybe even wipe them. The Hero MG.
Veteran C4.
Almost Vet 5. It's like a sliver away of being Vet 5. But this should get taken out by the MGs or the Comet if he's actually chasing it down. No.
No. Perhaps we do get to see the Vet 5 MG34. It is possible though. Maybe not this game, as Apathy Prime has been bled down to 20 VPs now. And Von Ivan looking for the triple cap.
And that marked target is so powerful. That Comet getting very low. Zen Pioneers shouldn't be able to get this last shot off.
They certainly will be able to zone away these support weapons as well as the Comet. Comet might actually go down
Oh
here.
wow, he's not moving it backwards. No, he misses the Shrek shot, fires at the 6-pounder instead. Gonna wipe that one though with the SCGs. And triple caps going down. 2 Comets couldn't do enough. Man, that marked target's insane.
It's nuts. It's gonna be the game Machine.
GG. Coordinated fire. Nearby units to improve accuracy. I don't know, isn't it more damage as well though? It seems to be doing a lot more damage otherwise. But yeah, that's GG. Apathy Prime. I don't know, it was kind of weird because, as you said, he did have really good unit preservation and he just didn't have map control though. He just lost out on the map.
Yeah.
And King Tiger's there anyway. Understandable given the fact that it's a really bad map for British. There's a bit of a concern actually with a lot of these new maps. Like the Arms Factory, which is like Rusterverk and Essen. There's Bombarded Refinery, there's Khan. A lot of these maps a very close quarters combat, which the Tommies do suffer. I feel like maybe it would have been better off Apathy Prime to actually go Commando Regiment, because he actually had commandos, the commander. And you get the 5-man commandos. They're much better. The Infiltration Commandos, they were nice, but they kept getting wiped. And if they had that extra man, it would have made a big difference to them. Especially because it's one more man, it allows you to actually charge up. And if you lose half your squad, well, you have one more man up close down with the Sten. Yeah. And the Land Mattress didn't really do anything. I mean, the Land Mattress always had the potential to do a lot of things, but I don't know. Maybe another commander would have helped him better than this. Because on this map, I feel like you really need multiple commandos or like more Vicars. If he went for the I think it's special weapons, the one that has the arty cover. He had that commander as well, and then because you have the ability, then is 150 munitions. It gives you the Vickers HMG, and it gives you the 6-pounder. So you're basically getting free support weapons for munitions. The one that Paul always goes, or the Paula Smurfs. And yeah, that's really nice. And then you have the arty cover to help you out in those tank battles. I just feel like this commander didn't really help him too much. But apart from that, he played decently.
Yeah, good game, and solid recovery from Von Ivan after forgetting to build squads, which is something all of us do. Something all of us do at some point. It's just, yeah. We've been playing something non-co-related, and we just forget to build squads, and then I should probably do with a few more of those. That would be nice. Get a few more of those out the screen, but he recovers well and ends up with a good unit composition. I think the Command Panther was a good choice.
I find the opposite, because I've been playing so much StarCraft, over the past few months. Yeah. When I go into Company of Heroes, I always over macro. Like I
guess that's like a bad comparison, though. I mean, like for the rest of us non-RTS noobs that play like a game of CS:GO or something where there's no macro at all. So,
but like I try and multitask. Yeah. I'll like you always have these things going on simultaneously, and then rifle nade. Oh. I lost a squad now because I tried to multitask against grenades, whether it's guard grenades or rifle grenades, like whatever grenades are, you can't multitask, don't do it. You have to sit there zooming into my squad, because if you look away for half a second, you just lose the squad. So, a bit frustrating, but yeah, anyway, that was a weird rant and tangent, but anyway, thanks for watching. It was a nice game. We'll see you next time. If you want to support the channel, then you can do so via our Patreon.
We really appreciate it.
Farewell.
Thank you.
GG.